You got 5 after.
Yeah.
We got. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a quorum. It's about time we get started. I'm going to first start off. We've got 35 first readers today. I'm going to try to make them fast. If I cut you off, don't think I'm being ugly with you, but I'm trying to get these things in committees today. We're going to let Brother Cole go first with some of the governor's plan there. I know you've got another meeting to go to. I did promise you I'd let you go first. If you will, bring up House Bill 394. Just read the preamble. Give me just a brief. I'm sorry. There you are.
House Bill 394 is the governor's attempt to address some issues he wanted fixed in last year's House Bill 1133.
Okay, I got you. We're going to assign that to the Income Tax Subcommittee. Okay, House Bill 513.
This is a bill dealing with dyed fuel, possible trying to check for it on the road by possible. We want to try to tighten down on some issues of people using the wrong kind.
Wrong kind. Any questions from members of the committee? Okay. We're going to assign that to Public Finance and Policy. Ms. Cole, we look forward to discussion on those two bills.
Thank you all so much.
Okay. Next is House Bill 391. Representative Hembry, is he with us? Okay, y'all can call him and tell him we're going to put that in the Sales Tax Subcommittee. That's sales and use tax required textbooks for accredited post-secondary institutions. Okay. House Bill 419. Chairman Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. This is House Bill 419. It improves on House Bill 670, which came before your committee last year and passed. What this does is there's a precondition that you had to do all of your installations before you could apply for your tax credit, so it wasn't the incentive that one hoped. And this year what it does, it just says you can get in line for next year if you didn't make it before the end of the year. You have to have done your installation, but a lot of people are missing out on the credit.
I understand. Any questions, members of the committee? Thank you, Chairman Smith. We're going to assign that to the Income Tax Subcommittee. Do you know the chairmen of those committees? Do you know the subcommittee chairman? Okay. Representative Kaiser, House Bill 461.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 461 would revisit the original intent of the homestead exemption and would allow counties to look at the previous year's digest and take the median priced home in that county, and that would set as the county's homestead exemption.
Okay. Any questions, members of the committee, on House Bill 461? We're going to assign that to the ad valorem subcommittee. Do you know the chairman of those two committees, the three chairmen of that committee?
I don't.
Okay. Representative Jay Roberts, Tom Graves, or David Knight. You need to see one of those. Please get us a preamble on your bill and let us know a little bit about what it does.
I'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much. Representative Franklin, is he with us? There he is. Hey, Bobby. Come on up. Give us House Bill 466.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. House Bill 466 closes a nearly century-old loophole and taxes the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta.
Thank you. Any questions, members of the committee of Mr. Franklin? Any questions? I don't see any. We're going to assign that, Bobby, to the Tax Reform Subcommittee. Let me give you those, Chairman, and you can check with them. That would be Ron Stevens, Jeff May, or David Knight. If you will, bring us a preamble on that. Make sure you've got everything ready to go with there when you ask for the bill.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got the form here.
Okay. If you will, give it to Kristen over there on the left there. Thank you. Okay. Is Representative Geisinger still with us? Okay. He had to go. You want to do that one for Tom? Okay. Thank you. Representative Rice.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a simple bill that basically takes off the sales tax and the ad valorem tax on automobiles, every automobile, and exchanges that for a title fee administered by the Department of Revenue.
All right, thank you. That's going to tax reform. Again, that will be Jay Roberts. Tax reform is Ron Stevens, Jeff May, or David Knight. If you will tell Harry and make sure he knows that, okay? Thank you. All right. House Resolution 293, Representative Porter. Is he with us? Anybody want to attempt that one? Okay, we're going to move that one. It's a Natural Resources Funds dedication. That's going to Public Finance and Policy. And that will be Representative Martin, Representative Tom Rice, or David Knight. If someone will tell Brother Porter that. Okay. Any questions, members of the committee? Okay. House Bill 498, Representative Lunsford. Well, we got a closed house in here today. They don't really want these bills. Fair value and distressed sales. Anybody want to attempt that one? Anybody here to talk this one from Mr. Lunsford? I guess there'll be some discussion in committee. We're going to place that one in ad valorem. Again, that will be Chairman Roberts, Graves, or Knight. Any questions? House Bill 425, our own Chairman Mills. Is Chairman Mills? I thought I saw him now. What number are you, 12? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Briefly, this deals with the deductibility of bad debts, and in reference to when someone makes a credit card purchase and a private company is carrying that purchase and they make the payment to the Department of Revenue, but they never get paid for the product because it's the person doesn't pay for it. Then they have to pay the sales tax on it, and they're looking at wanting to be able to claim a refund. And realize this may not be the year to do that, but it's certainly a fair request.
Okay. I do think it's a fair request. I just don't know if I'm like you. I don't know if it's a good year to ask for a refund. House Bill 425 is going to the Sales Tax Subcommittee. That's Representative Scott, Representative Parson, and Representative Knight. I'm sure you know the procedure there, Chairman Mills. Okay, House Bill 435 by Chairman Parsons.
Yes, Chairman. House Bill 435 provides tax exemption, sales and use tax exemption on property purchased by the Georgia Technology Authority, and I think all the authorities have been exempted, maybe except for GTA and GBA, and they never paid these taxes. But I think the Revenue Commissioner had issued some kind of a directive that said that they should, or should based on the current code, and this would just bring them along with other authorities that have been exempted.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman Parsons. I'm sure you know you can use Brother Scott or Brother Knight on that one if you will, and you know the procedure. Thank you so much. You got a question, Mr. Mills? You have a question? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sales Tax Subcommittee. I didn't turn. I ain't quiet hear that. Remember, I'm an undertaker. I know how to turn you off. Okay, we're going to go. I'm going to skip out of line just a minute for some folks over in the Economic Development. House Bill 438, I believe that Ms. Green, is Ms. Heidi Green here? You want to come and explain the chairman? This is a chairman's bill, and Ms. Heidi's come. By the way, I'd like for everyone to know, Chairman O'Neill's with his wife today. She's had surgery. I hear she's doing well. But let's keep him and her in your prayers tonight, if you will. Thank you, Ms. Green.
Thank you. I'm actually going to just briefly speak on House Bill 438 and House Bill 439, if that would be okay.
That'd be fine.
I'm here representing the Georgia Department of Economic Development. We began 2 years ago really looking at Georgia's competitiveness, and this summer working with Department of Revenue and Department of Community Affairs have put together a set of recommendations that have manifested itself into this bill. We believe this bill is about making sure that we can be competitive for quality jobs in Georgia when we're competing against other states. It proposes changing the headquarter tax credit to a quality job tax credit. It proposes a discretionary withholding option for the Department of Economic Development. It proposes changes to the port tax credit and the retraining tax credit, an expansion of the R&D tax credit, and also an expansion of the mega tax credit. We look forward to talking about this in committee, Mr. Chairman, but I want to thank Chairman O'Neill and Chairman Ron Stevens for their sponsorship of this bill.
And I thank you, Ms. Green. We're going to be assigning both of those to the Income Tax Subcommittee. That's Representative Mills, Representative Peake, and Representative Knight. They'll be the ones that will be handling that. I'm sure our chairman knows the procedure there. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. The bill numbers on that were 438 and 439. Nita, any questions? I'm sorry, Ms. Green, was there any questions of the members of the committee on that? I'm moving right along. We've got so many bills, folks, and I'm just trying to move them along today. Most of the discussion is going to be done in the committee, so I'm just trying to move along. We've got a lot of people with a lot of different things going on today. Going back to the front of the line again. Where am I? Four. Representative Scott, House Bill 443. What number are you? Thank you.
27. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is House Bill 443. It's a bill that would allow the Department of Revenue Commissioner to index income tax brackets for inflation each year.
Okay. Thank you so much. Any members of the committee who have any questions? Okay. If you will, we're going to assign that to the Income Tax Subcommittee. Again, that's Representative Mills, Peake, and Knight. I know you know the procedure. Any questions? Okay. Moving right along. House Bill 479, Representative Powell. Is she with us? Representative Porter, we've got you. If you've got somewhere you got to go, I've already assigned it. Yes, sir, I've taken care of you.
I didn't want to not show up.
You're fine. We've got 35 today. I was explaining we're just moving right along today.
Thank you very much for taking care of it.
It's going to be in public finance and policy, and those chairmen, I will tell you, are Chuck Martin, Representative Tom Rice, or David Knight. You can check with them about when you wish to have your hearing.
Great. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. We're moving along faster than I can even keep up with here now. Let me slow down just a minute. Is Representative Powell with us? Okay. Does anyone want to attempt to explain House Bill 479? Anybody want to? Going once? Going twice? Okay. Sold to the Sales Tax Subcommittee. Representative Scott, Parsons, and Knight. Someone please inform her, or is that him? Him, okay. Okay. That they will be the chairman involved in that, no subcommittees. House Bill 481 by Representative Graves. 18. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 481 and 482 are part of the Jobs, Opportunity, and Business Success Act initiative that's been proposed for job creation and economic development in the state of Georgia.
Okay. Any questions, members of the committee? Seeing none, we're going to assign that to the Income Tax Subcommittee. Again, Representative Mill, Peake, and Knight. I think you got 482 also, Representative Graves. If you will, explain that one.
That's just the sixth component of the same package. It's just required a referendum.
Okay, now understand that you're going to income tax on the first one and ad valorem on the second because of the ad valorem differential there. You want to put them together? All right, we'll put them both in income tax, but actually that is an ad valorem issue there. We'll put them both in income tax, and if we need to change that, I'll let you know. Okay. Okay. House Bill 483, Representative Jay Roberts. He with us? Anybody want to attempt it? Going once, twice. Sold to the ad valorem sales tax. Ad valorem sales tax. I'm getting it bad here. Ad valorem tax, and again, that would be Representative Graves or Representative Knight, since he's one of the co-chairmen of that. Okay, House Bill 507, Representative Stevens. Please give me your number. Thank you, boss.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the committee. This is a bill handed to me by the representative, former Representative Newt Gingrich, and his health information technology to help spur along the paperless claims, e-prescribing, and so forth that are incredibly expensive. So I told him I'd carry the bill.
Okay. Any questions, members of the committee? As you know, those exemptions are going to be hard this year, so we're going to have to look at them close. All right. Any more questions? Thank you. We're going to send that to sales tax. Okay, I'll skip mine. House Bill 499. Representative Peak. What number are you, boss?
This bill provides an exemption from sales tax for the Stone Mountain Memorial Association, which we know is a government agency, just brings in line with other government agencies who don't have to pay sales tax on the tangible personal property they purchase.
I understand. We're going to send that to the sales tax subcommittee. While you got your mic on, we're going to go House Bill 415.
Okay. 415 is helps incentivize the vital, important broadband and wireless telephone business industry by providing some tax credits for the construction and maintenance of towers as they go up.
Okay. Any questions, members of the committee? That will be going to the income tax subcommittee. Again, that will be Representative Mills or Representative Knight for you.
Okay, thank you.
House Bill 458, Representative Peake. Three's a charm.
Sheesh. I forget which one that one is. Oh, this is the similar bill to what Representative Virgil Flood brought earlier. Provides for self-collection of sales tax or to a third party. We both have been working on this bill. They got theirs dropped, and we dropped ours a day later. So we'll look forward to working with Representative Flood on that
okay.
bill too.
Any questions, members of the committee? Okay, that bill will be going to the Avalon Tax Committee. I believe that's right. Oh, that's it. Wait a minute. Hang on. Tax reforms. I'm sorry. Sales. Sales. Virgil, where do you go to tax reform? Okay. We'll go. Hang on. I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman, might I request that we simply toss this initiative, since there's already a bill that attempts to do the same thing that Mr.
I give everyone an opportunity, Mr. Flood. It's called
How about
baseball.
we just arm wrestle for it right now?
Well, y'all arm wrestle for it. I'll let y'all kind of come up with your ideas over there. I don't know who's got the best going there, but anyway, we are going to assign that to tax reform. Again, I apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself here. That will be Representative Stevens, May, or Knight. Okay, and 4 is a charm, I guess, here. 462, Representative Peake.
Yes, sir. Today's my day. This bill, the Goodwill and Salvation Armies in our state are exempt from property taxes and have been historically, even though they generate revenue. But the General Assembly in 2006 passed a bill that allowed revenue-generating 501c3 organizations to be exempt from property taxes as long as the revenue was used for the operation of religious, educational, and charitable institutions. There was a loophole, though, that in the bill that inadvertently limited the exemption to one building. And on a lot of these campuses, Goodwill, Salvation Army may have 1 or 2 or 3 buildings. And so this bill simply goes back, cleans up that loophole so that those organizations like Goodwill and Salvation Army, which provide significant impact in our communities, would continue to be exempt from property taxes as they have been forever. So.
Okay. We're going to got a question, Ms. Teague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Peake, I'd like to know, you said there was a loophole, so was it in the tax commissioner's favor or was it in the charitable organization's favor?
It was in the local communities, local tax favor, because the Goodwill and Salvation Army would start having to pay property tax on the buildings and land that they currently have their buildings.
So they would start paying it as of when?
Yeah, they are actually already starting to receive tax bills based on this loophole, based on this unintended consequences of the bill.
I have another question then. Would that be, you mean in 2009 they have received, or would they receive them in 2008?
Representative, I believe they have already received the tax notices for, it would have been for 2008, I believe. So I think some of them already have the tax bills and are either waiting to pay them to see if we fix this or not.
Okay. So would this be retroactive?
That's a good question. I believe it would. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you think at this particular time we need to go retroactive on keep them from getting, the tax commissioners from getting money?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
But it also keeps the Salvation Army and Goodwill, who are providing this tremendous service, in business, which potentially could shut them down if they all of a sudden had to start paying property taxes on 10 to 15 acres of property. So,
thank you. I'm trying to clear it out.
Okay. Okay. Brother Peak, I believe that's it with you. Okay. House Bill 468, Representative Martin. Is he with us? Oh, I'm sorry. It's going Avalon. I'm sorry. Avalon. Representative Martin. Anybody want to make an attempt on House Bill 468? We're going to assign that to the Income Tax Subcommittee. House Bill 469. Going once for Mr. Martin. I'm losing my quorum. I knew this was going to happen. I like them, though. They're good men. Okay. We're going to assign it to the Sales Tax Subcommittee. House Bill 470. Again, that's a most for transportation. Sales Tax Subcommittee. House Bill 471 is a sales and use exemption. Sales Tax Subcommittee. Please inform Chairman Martin that he will have 3 in sales tax, 1 in income tax, and it's up to him when he wants to call that. He knows those chairmen. I think that's right. Okay. And 500. That's 4. Okay, we're basically at the end of the issue. Do you folks want me to go ahead with the chairman's bills and go ahead and just assign those because he's not here? Okay, I'm going to assign 441. Yeah, 500. I put it in. That's 4 in a row for him. Sales tax. Okay, 441 is a sales and use tax, refund claims, and expedited payment. We'll put that in sales tax. That's Representative O'Neill's bill. House Bill 444 is revenue and taxation, certain tax return preparers dealing with civil penalties and injunctive relief. That will be going to the Income Tax Subcommittee. House Bill 484 deals with the Hope Scholarship. I'm not quite sure. That's going to Public Finance and Policy. House Bill 485, port tax revisions. That will be going to the Income Tax Subcommittee. Now, does anyone want to chair, or can I go ahead and assign my bills to the right committees? You want me to just continue? All right. All right, House Bill. Yes, sir.
No, that's a mistake.
26?
Waive.
You waive? Okay. Okay. Back on 26? Your button. That must be me. I can't work machinery. Okay. House Bill 446 is a motor vehicle revision that will be going to tax reform. 447 is an accompanying, same thing, going to tax reform. And House Bill 448 is sales and use tax, will be on the sales tax subcommittee. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trying to get you folks out of here. I know y'all got, some of you got a long way to go in a short time to get there. Any more comments from the committee? If not, we stand adjourned.